This is one of the most powerful tools that you can use in either a spreadsheet or in a notebook to teach yourself any language, organize your thoughts, prepare yourself for conversation, and have real conversation with a friend or a fellow learner or a teacher. We've divided it into two main sections, conversation and structure. Conversation and structure are like yin and yang, each creates the other. Conversation teaches structure because by learning your topics, questions, and answers, you have an opportunity to learn new verbs, vocabulary, and useful expressions. Conversation teaches structure. Structure creates conversation. So when you have verbs, vocabulary, and useful expressions, it goes back into conversation. So those two things flow back and forth and create each other. Conversation is topic, question, and answer. So to give you an example, if we pretend it's Spanish, we're going to use Spanish. It could be any language. Think of a topic. Whatever topic you want. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to wait until the teacher tells you what topic you get to talk about today. Choose the topic you want that's relevant to you. I'm random, just silly topic, talking about the weather, right? That's el tiempo. No, you may know Spanish already, you may not, doesn't matter. The point is just think about this for any language. El tiempo means the weather, okay? Now you need a question on that topic. That's the next step. Topics flow into questions naturally, right? Like whatever the topic is, there's going to be a number of questions you could ask about that topic. ¿Cómo está el tiempo hoy? Is how's the weather today in Spanish, right? Learn this in whatever language. And your answer may be, oh, it's very cold. Hace mucho frío. That's your answer. Or maybe your answer is, oh, hace mucho calor. Right? So either, oh, it's very cold or it's very hot, okay? Literally, it makes much cold. It makes much hot, right? There's your conversation right off the bat. So you could have your teacher quiz you and say, hey, or you could quiz yourself or have a friend say, ¿Cómo está el tiempo hoy? And by reflex, without looking, you're supposed to be able to say, oh, hace mucho frío, or hace mucho calor. No? Now ask me, ¿Cómo está el tiempo? ¿Cómo está el tiempo in Chicago? ¿Cómo está el tiempo in Florida, wherever you are? Oh, hace mucho frío. Okay? So the back and forth of questions and answers is what conversation is on a topic. That way you're always in context. You're not just learning like this knife and fork and like things. You're in context. Now we come over here. We manually separate the verb from the vocabulary. Watch this. Hace calor. Hace frío. Hace mucho frío. Hace mucho calor. Right, now you have this little mix and match game where you can say, oh, is it this? Is it that? You could even ask a question. You could say, hey, is it yes, no question? Is it hot? Hace calor? Hace frío? Hace mucho frío? Is it sunny? Hace sol? Is it windy? Hace viento? Useful expressions are whatever they are. It's oh, okay. Wow, I don't know. Wow. Whatever it may be. All right. So you learn to say the thing you want to say and have the conversation you want to have. And from that, you pull out the structure, which allows you to generate even more possibilities for conversation. Now, normally we'd keep that round there on the screen. It stays in your notebook, but I just want to go further. Pretend the topic is, what's the sports? Coffee, café. Sports is deportes. Familia, family, right? This works in any language. Every language has words for these things. And whatever the topic is, right? So it's going to naturally generate a question. Do you like coffee? ¿Te gusta café? Deportes. Do you practice any sports? ¿Practicas algún deporte? Familia. ¿Tienes una familia grande? Do you have a big family, right? From there, you're going to answer the question. So, ¿te gusta café? I'll say, sí me gusta café, or no me gusta café. And the point is that once you get that conversation going, that back and forth, that you always that you keep practicing, like as if you're playing tennis or chess with a partner, back and forth. Me gusta, you pull out the verb. Sí, me gusta café, and I like tea as well. Me gusta té. Do you practice anything? Yeah, I practice, practico tennis, baseball, football, da da da. Familia, yeah, tango, I have brothers, sisters, wife, kids, so on and so forth. Muy bien, very good, muy bien. Excelente, que bien, how good to hear, and so on and so forth. This generator works infinitely. Remember, this can be second person too. Te gusta? Could be any person. The point is that verbs and vocab mix and match. Anyway, this conversation generator works infinitely. You just feed a topic in the top of the machine, let it come out with a question. Question gives you the answer. Now you got to practice that. You got to pull it away and you got to go back and forth. Questions, answers. Separate verb, vocab, useful expression, which generates more conversation. It works infinitely. It's an infinite conversation generator, and I find it's probably the most direct possible way to learn language, especially if you care about conversation, which I think most people do. But they act like they don't sometimes. They go, oh, well, no, maybe I don't want to speak the language. No, you do. That's why people say, oh, he speaks this language. Like, oh, he speaks Spanish. No one says, oh, he can conjugate a verb in Spanish. Let me tell you. No? All right, so we're putting conversation first, then extracting the structure, using the structure to create more conversation. That's that. Have fun.